Welcome to Too Long Didn't Read Dota News. So the invites for the Kiev Major will be Wings, OG, Adphenim, Liquid, EG, DC, Newbie, and VGJ. If you're confused about where these invites might have come from, if you haven't been watching a lot of Dota or unsure, I'll remind you guys a little bit of the recent accomplishments of these teams. First up, we have Wings, TI champions. Probably enough said, but they also won the Northern Beat Arena Invitational back a while ago, back in the fall, and then they also came in that 3rd to 4th place finish at ESL 1 recently. OG, they are your Boston Major champions. They came in that 3/4 position at ESL. They came first in Elimination Mode, the online tournament, and in 2nd at Dota Pit. Adphenim were 2nd at the Boston Major and haven't really done anything since. Or before, they failed to qualify for both Star Ladder and DAC. Liquid are your Star Ladder champions, and they also won the European Qualifier for DAC. EG won Dota Pit. They won the Top China Cup, which was 4 teams, 2 Chinese, 2 Western, that played, I think, the first LAN on 7, and then they came in that 3rd, 4th finishing place at Boston. For DC, they won ESL 1 Genting, and they also finished in that 3rd, 4th place at Boston. Newbie came in 2nd at ESL. They came in 1st in a Chinese-only tournament and 2nd at the China Top Cup. And then VGJ came in 2nd at Star Ladder, and they won the DAC qualifiers. As for the open qualifiers, and on to the big event on everyone's mind, the Kiev Majors, it is confirmed that Team Red had a roster change and must play through the open qualifiers. Team Wanted have disbanded and will not be participating in the qualifiers as well. No teams will be replacing them, so the NA region will have less spots than initially planned for. Now, there are 2 ways to make it into the main regional qualifier if you weren't invited. You can either play through the Opens or go through something new, the Champions Cup qualifier. Winners of the Tier 8 Champions Cup at the end of the fall season were invited to form teams to compete in the Champions Cup to earn a place in regionals to qualify for the Kiev Major. Unfortunately, the majority of players who were eligible for this were already on teams to participate in the main qualifier. The Southeast Asian Cup only had 1 team sign up, and it was actually a team from North America. They had all physically relocated to Southeast Asia and were given permission to participate in the Champions Cup there, where they got an automatic win as no one else signed up. Only one other team, Team NP, was eligible for the North America Champions Cup, and as they were already directly invited, there are no teams that signed up, thus striking the Spring Major Champion Cup spot from the open qualifiers, bringing us down to 7 teams from the original planned 10. In Europe, only 2 teams signed up, with Team IKEA beating out Mumble Elite 2-0. In an unexpected turn of events, the Casters Fun Stack Vegetable Esports found themselves in one of the finals of the NA Open qualifiers. They resoundingly beat their opponents, wheel wreck while whistling, but called GG to forfeit before actually winning the series, forced to bow out due to casting and coaching obligations by the team members. From there, all the teams played out a group stage. Every team played each other in a best-of-1 format, and the top 4 teams with the most points moved on into a double elimination playoff bracket to determine who would be moving forward to go to Kiev. So up on the screen, you can see all the teams from each region that advanced into the playoffs. So for Southeast Asia, we have Clutch Gamers, TNC Pro Team, Faceless, and Mineski. In China, there was Invictus Gaming, CDEC, Vici Gaming, and IG Vitality. My apologies for Europe. It was Team Secret Bears, NIP, and Alliance. In the CIS region, Virtus Pro, Team Spirit, Team Empire, and Navi. In NA, Team NP, Complexity, Onyx, and Freedom. And then in South America, it was Not Today, SG Esports, Infamous, and Midas Club Elite. So all these teams played out through the playoffs. Now I went through Reddit and collected the most upvoted plays from first the open qualifiers and then the main qualifiers. So let's see what people thought were the best plays of the Kiev qualifiers.
Other is bottom, he has...
Go high ground of eggs, they're here.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Are you fine?
I'm actually good. He hooked him. I'm fine.
Oh,
They got like vision here or hawk or some shit like that.
It's
Other
hawk.
is on bottom.
10,000 times his net worth. Or 1,000? 10,000? 9 times 10 is 90. Add 2 zeros, it is actually 10,000. No. How can it be 10,000 if he's not even 10,000 net worth? 100? No, it's more. It's 100. 100 times his net worth. And look at Z-Freak is going to have an ag in him. I told you it's going to be a 20-minute stop at 16 minutes.
Got no buyback on a lifestealer. Witch Doctor just trying to throw an ult to save his life. There's the epicenter coming in through from Mad. But the unkillable Ritsu is there. They actually end up losing their Juggernaut, but they're still losing their tier 4s. It looks as though they might be able to take the Ancient. There's the boulder kick on the Medusa into the well. The barrel strike comes through. He's dead. The Divine Rapier takes him out. He's dead for 2 minutes. And the game is thrown right on back. They lose their Coddle. They might lose one more.
So, my Dishonor too great. Terp. That's really sad. So again, for anybody that's wondering what happened there, they were going to play until it looked like they were going to win, and then they were going to be out. So, Veggie Esports Club, they earned the spot at the major, but they're going to give it away to Wheel. I can't even remember the name at this point. So, that's what ends up happening at the end. I think that it's probably for the best. They have to cast the qualifiers. They're casters. They know that it's not going to end up. They know it's not going to end up being them getting out of the regionals. So it still put on a good show. That was great.
Shockwave. That's all.
All right.
Oh! Come on! Get out of here, Abed! You son of a gun! Sit down, son. Alt QQ, man. What was that?
Mid lane. What we're seeing at the moment. 5 for 2 Baby Knight.
What's Noid? Why is he
4-4
kicking
cancel.
so many range creeps into the trees?
Oh!
He's
What is he
pulling all the
doing?
range creeps.
This is amazing. That is... I don't think I've seen someone do that before. This is... I mean, they always kind of try and nerf.
Left side of Vice. Out of control. That's the call. That's the game. Onyx have done it. Woohoo! Starting out against Freedom, take him to a 3-game stretch. You move on to face NP. That Complexity have just beaten down. You take them out in 2 games with a Meepo, and Complexity didn't take a note of it. Wow. Unbelievable. There it is.
I'm kind of speechless here. Fighting on VP side of the river, so Solo's on the run. There's no mana, so Ghosty can't get the hit. They pick him up, they throw him around, and he's stuck. He's on the cliffside, so FM will die. And Night Stalker, stay where you are.
No TP scroll.
He's never getting one.
Solo will leave him there,
like,
man.
Solo is now the warden.
See you, buddy. Have fun.
Oh, look. Hi. Wait, are they teasing him?
He's gonna be here for a while. You know.
No, look at the Observer one. It's all the courier coming out. They know that they're attempting it. If they can kill the courier, they can effectively keep Ghostic up there for 3 full minutes. No one can get him down. The courier is running the longest way around. They're using the other courier to scout the courier, and it's gonna fly right over.
Blows that dude up anyway.
We do have another good way to be able to deal with Aurora thanks to the offlane of Batten.
Oh, BSJ might go down here. MSS gets the angle, but... Ooh. Oh, he's going to roar the side!
Oh, that was sick! MSS
you
stops
boss.
the TP. BSJ is now
He's
out of mana. And he's going to be called out by the Hawks, so he won't be able to get that extra movement speed or the reach, and he's just going to be slowed down. That was so sick from MSS. I didn't even know that push disabled TPs. I thought it just pushes him.
No, it's very cool.
That was very...
And those were the top plays of the Kiev Major, according to Reddit. And with that, we are left with our final 16 teams headed off to the Major. So, of course, we had our invited teams, Wings, OG, the Greeks, previously known as Adfinim, have not yet announced their new sponsor, Team Liquid, Evil Geniuses, Digital Chaos, Newbie, and VGJ. And then for our qualified teams, in Southeast Asia, there's Faceless and TNC. In China, IG Vitality and IG both qualified. In Europe, Team Secret made it through the qualifiers. CIS was taken by VP. Team Onyx took NA, and SG Esports took SA region. The Mr. Cat Invitational has finished. Congratulations to Team Faceless, who won the Invitational 3-0 against WG Unity in the finals. In the first of the Betway Arena's King of the Hill show matches, EG wins versus Cole 3-1. Despite strong starts by Cole in games 3 and 4, so we thought the series might go to 5 games, but EG kind of turned game 4 around and won the series 3-1. So EG stays in the King of the Hill tournament series of show matches, earning themselves $4,000 for the match, while Cole is eliminated, taking home $1,000. Manila Masters has announced the third team that is directly invited to their event. It will be Newbie, who are joining OG and EG at the LAN finals. It was also semi-announced that there will be a Philippines qualifier with 4 teams invited directly to the qualifier and an open qualifier for another set of teams that will play all against each other to earn a spot at the LAN. Zotac announces a $100,000 tournament in Taiwan from May 30th to June 3rd. Anyone can sign up for the qualifiers. There will be 6 regional qualifier spots and 2 teams invited to participate in the LAN. Team Secret announces a change in management as Kamal will depart the organization. Team Secret are currently boot camping at the GD studio instead of their usual team house in Turkey. It could be related to this change in management decision. Nothing has been confirmed. Now, in other Team Secret news, Puppy finally breaks his silence and apologizes for the previous drama regarding the improper payment of players. He promises that everybody has all been paid, all obligations have been met, and hopes that everyone can move forward and make better decisions in the future. Despite assurances from Puppy, Envy speaks up and insists that he has in fact not been paid and all obligations have not been met, that he's still missing approximately $250,000. There's been no response to this by Puppy or the Team Secret organization. Following several tweets with allegations that Northern Arena had not yet paid talent or all of the players from the Beat Invitational LAN in Montreal shortly before the Boston Major, the Score Esports did a follow-up on all of these different issues. The Moonduck staff at the writing of this article had not been paid, and additionally Team NP, Alliance, and Complexity all reported that they were missing money. The Beat organization themselves hinted that they also had not yet been paid and had also not been reimbursed for out-of-pocket expenses they incurred while setting up the event. Now, a few days following the article, Zyori did tweet that he had been paid by Northern Arena along with the rest of the Moonduck staff, so that's at least partially taken care of. Twitter partners with ESL and DreamHack to live stream events from these organizers on Twitter. Now, the article doesn't really indicate whether or not this removes Twitch streaming, although one would assume that the streaming contract would be exclusive. The Adfinim squad has announced that they will be parting ways with their sponsor, so they will no longer be the Adfinim Lions. They have promised that a new sponsor will be announced soon, and the team is staying together and they retain their spot at the Kiev Major. China is to release a new esports-focused drama comedy TV show online, so not actually on TV, that will feature prominent Chinese players such as Burning. Thanks for watching this episode of Too Long Didn't Read Dota News. We'll see you guys next time.